What is up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the Redline podcast. And today we're here with Mason. Say hello. And before we even start, what's your YouTube channel? Who are you? Please explain.
Okay, so my name is Mason. My YouTube channel is MasFace. I am a moto vlogger, kind of like Danof, just ride around, make entertaining videos, and that's pretty much it. Nothing too crazy, but I have fun with it.
I think it's pretty crazy because I do it as well.
Yeah, it can be pretty crazy, I guess.
Yeah,
It definitely can.
All right, so a reoccurring thing we have is 5 rapid questions that just to get the juices pumping, so to say.
Gotcha, dude. I'm ready. I'm ready for him. So
You're pumped?
I'll do my best. I'm pumped. I'll do my best.
All right. So, as fast as you can, as fast as humanly
Okay.
possible.
Okay, we'll see how good I am with this.
So, first question: the old Yamaha MT / FC07 design or the new one?
I like the old one. I gotta say, I like the old one, dude. I
Damn
don't know
it.
what it is, but I kind of like the old one, and I think it's just because that's like what it always was to me. So when
Yeah.
I see the bike, I think of an FZ right away.
Yeah, for me,
Um,
I have the
yeah.
new one. So
Gotcha. Yeah,
damn
yeah.
it.
Nothing wrong with the new one, but I gotta answer it quick, and I gotta stick with it. So
Next one: what is the best fast food place?
best fast food place is Chick-fil-A. If that's considered fast food, I consider it fast food.
Well, I don't have it here, so I'll have to take your
You
word
don't have
for
Chick-fil-A. Okay, dude, that's all right. I guess it might not be in Sweden, but it's a good chicken place out here in the U.S.
it.
So
I'll make sure to try it.
okay, man, sounds good. Sounds good.
All right, never ride a motorcycle again or never eat Chick-fil-A again.
Ooh, never eat Chick-fil-A again. 100%. Chick-fil-A's good, but not as good as a motorcycle. So
Next
yeah.
question: MasFace, MasFace, or MyFace?
MasFace, dude. So the number one thing people
I
do
know.
is call me MasFace, bro, and there's nothing I can do about it. So I try to spread it as much as I can that it's MasFace, but I have to just kind of live with it now. You know what I mean? But
That's
it is
why I
what it
included
is.
here as well. While
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
watching
Cool.
the videos, I saw that
Well,
was
thanks, bro.
the most reoccurring question.
That is probably the most recurring question, I'd say. That is for sure.
Okay, last question: a bike that can't turn or a bike that can't brake?
A bike that can't brake. I have to say brake, because without turning, how can you ride? You just got to be careful with the speed, bro.
It's
You know what I mean?
Got to roll in everywhere.
Still terrifying. Yeah. So, but that'd be my answer for that one.
Very good. That was a very good
Thank you,
pace.
sir. Thank you. I tried to keep it as quick as I could there. So
So now we're going to the real one. So now you don't have to feel the
Cool.
pressure of the speed.
awesome.
So
Just
we'll
a nice conversation.
Yeah. So just from entering your channel, I saw that among your most popular videos are from your angry neighbor chronicles, if that's what we can call them. And
Yeah,
for
yeah.
the people that don't know, tell us about those videos and if you ever had any more run-ins with your neighbor.
Okay, so to keep it kind of short and simple, the way it started was I was renting a house, and I try to be as respectful as I can to my neighbors. I understand motorcycles are loud, but there comes
Yeah.
a point where you want to warm up your bike or whatever it may be. I apologize if you can hear my dog barking in the background.
It's
but-
okay.
So one day I let my motorcycle warm up for a little longer than normal. So we'll say maybe 5 minutes or so. Normally I warm it up for, 30 seconds or so, and then I leave.
Yeah.
So I let it warm up about 5 minutes, walked inside, came back out, and my neighbor was sitting out there right next to my motorcycle and pretty much just started complaining about it's so loud, this and that. And it just turned into a whole thing about how much she hates it and how she's going to call the cops or whatever it was. So that's kind of actually one of my first videos that went viral and kind of got my channel going around a little bit. And then my second run-in with her, I actually went to a grocery store in the same area, and she happened to be working there as a cashier. And I decided to walk through her line and just like ask her if she remembers me. And she remembered me, but she was actually super friendly the second video. So as of now, I haven't had any more run-ins with her, and thankfully I actually moved out of that house as well.
Wow.
So I wish her the best and hope she's doing all right. But it's kind of funny. Those are the videos that really kind of went around on my channel.
Yeah, because I remember before I even knew about your channel, that was probably the first video I saw, and I didn't even know that was you. So now when I was doing my research a little, oh, wait a second, I've seen this guy.
That's me, bro. Yeah, that's me. That's it.
You talk a lot with random people while you're riding around, which is most
I do.
evident in your picking up girls videos, so to say. But the
Mm-hmm.
real question is that something that developed during YouTube, or have you always been kind of extroverted and very social, so to say?
Yeah. So no, that's actually a really good question because to be honest, I was actually never very social. So a little background for me, I was actually homeschooled my entire life through high school as well. So I was very much more of like a quiet type of kid. And then I started actually watching a lot of YouTubers prior to actually, we'll say, becoming a YouTuber.
Yeah.
And I saw a lot of the Kleb. I know you probably know who he is, a moto
Yeah.
blogger, and those guys like that and that sort of nature that go around talking with people. And I kind of thought it was a cool thing to be able to just put yourself out there. And I kind of slowly just decided to start giving it a shot, I guess we'll say. And as time went on and I started making more videos and stuff along those lines, you just get more comfortable doing it. And a lot of times you don't think twice about it. For me personally, normally I'm out in interactions with other people is like what I live for my videos. Like it's always interesting, to interact with other people and just see what they're up to.
Yeah, because when I started, it was the same thing. I'm the opposite of a social guy. But once once I started doing interactions with people, you kind of get used to it, but it's really hard in the beginning.
Yeah, no, it definitely is weird in the beginning. It's for me, I actually started my YouTube channel to more document my motorcycle life. It wasn't even really a plan to, well, again, say be a YouTuber. It was more just to document. And then, as time goes on and I started interacting with others, I was like, this is kind of cool. Like, it's kind of fun. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of like, because I had very similar, documenting in the beginning, and then you realize that talking to people is kind of fun. It's really fun.
Yeah, exactly.
And people seem to enjoy it, and it's a good little show.
Yeah, it really is. I agree with that 100%.
Wow.
Wow, we found some common ground here, bro. Aside from the bikes and the motovlogging.
What is the weirdest/funniest story that you can share? And it does not have to be motorcycle related.
Does not have to be motorcycle related. Okay, let me think for a minute, because I actually shared a funny story the other day with some of my roommates here, and I'm trying to remember what the story was, because it was actually an entertaining story. And I feel bad because I guess if anything we can edit the audio here if it takes too long to to remember this story. Let me rack my brain here because this was literally yesterday or maybe 2 days ago, bro. I can't. Yeah, I'm about to like text one of my roommates and ask. Actually, you know what? I got my phone right here. That's exactly what I'm gonna do. I guess, you know what, since I haven't really met you yet, I guess I'm going to flip the tables really quick just ask if you have a funny story that I can hear about yourself.
During the meantime? Oh no,
During
this
the
has never
meantime.
happened before.
Let's hear it, bro. Let's hear it.
Shoot.
Okay, you know what? Actually, while you're thinking, I actually remembered this story. So this may not be one of the funniest stories, but it is a stupid story. So when I was young, I grew up going to church all the time, every single week, and I used to volunteer in their coffee shop there. And basically, I was probably 11 years old or something like that. And what I would do is run orders. So orders would come up, I would take the food and just, almost like a waiter, but not so much. Anyway, somebody wanted to order a chicken Caesar salad, if you know what that is. I'm sure you probably do. Yeah, it is very, very good. So what happened was somebody, when I ran their food to them, they decided that they wanted a chicken Caesar salad.
Yeah.
So I went back to the counter to the kitchen and I said, hey, can I get a chicken Caesar salad? Like if you're having a seizure.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't know I was saying it incorrectly, bro. So I kept saying that, and the people in the kitchen were making fun of me. They were like, oh, you want a chicken Caesar salad? And just kept, just making fun of me. And I was like, I don't understand. Why are you guys, why? I was getting roasted, bro. I was like 11 years old, and I had no idea. And then, I walk away from the counter, and I'm, talking in my head, what did I say wrong? And then, it takes me years later to look back and finally realize that I just didn't even know what I was saying, bro. So that's one story for you. I have a bad memory of my childhood, but that was an embarrassing story, I guess we'll say.
Well, I liked it.
Thanks, bro. I'm glad you did.
Well, I guess if I had to answer as well, because you flipped it.
Yeah, I gotta hear it.
The one I can remember, because just like you, I'm not very good at remembering stuff overall. But I had once, the subway is a weird place overall, just being in the subway. So not the restaurant, the literal subway, just so we get the scene right. Yeah. So once when I was going there, we have a lot of weird people that approach you. They try to talk to you, try to sell you stuff or all kinds of stuff. And one guy approached me, had a nice suit, so I didn't think about it, so I wasn't on guard. And he just sat in front of me, and he was like, "Hey, you." And I was like, "Yeah, what's up?" And he asked me, "Do you want any jam?" And he opened his briefcase, and it was full of jam, like strawberry jam. And because I'm stupid, I was like, "I don't have any spoon." And I was like, I saved myself. Yeah. And he just reaches for a spoon.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Like, no.
Oh my God. And that was, I think I just got away by being like, "Oh, this is my stop. Sorry, gotta go."
Yeah. I gotta go. I'm out of here now.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But that's like the only one I can remember.
I like it, bro.
But to be fair, he had a really nice suit, so it might have been like some really good jam. I really regret I didn't take a little taste.
You never know. It could have been pretty good stuff. Like, you never know,
it's just
bro.
cocaine. It's pure cocaine.
Straight cocaine,
oh shit,
bro. You never know. Gotta be careful. You gotta be careful out there.
If I'm not mistaken, you started your channel back in 2016, right?
I think August 2016. I'm pretty sure. You got that right, bro.
Did you? Yes. Did you ever expect back then to get where you are right now?
So again, I guess I'll have to say no, because again, when it started, it was again kind of to document things. And then obviously all of us, once we decide like, oh, I want to start making videos and be a YouTuber, then I guess I can say I had the hope that it would become something one day. I'm always one that, like, I guess you could say dreams big with no matter what the situation is, but I don't think I really ever thought it would become an actual thing, because once it started becoming something, it was kind of a crazy thing to me, to be totally honest.
Yeah, because if I'm not super mistaken, I think just this year you have grown a lot, your channel, right?
Yeah, so what happened was I believe it was this year, I hit 100,000 subscribers earlier in the year, and before I could even receive my silver award, I had already hit 200,000 subscribers like 3 weeks or 4 weeks later. So and it all had to do with those angry neighbor videos, bro. Like once those started going around, like they started going around. So it's kind of a crazy thing.
It's weird how, because I think the first of your angry neighbor, isn't that like almost a year old, right?
I think the first one is on, I want to say it's coming up on a couple years, to be honest. Yeah. It's at least a year old, definitely.
Yeah, and it feels like ever so often it comes in recommended,
It pops up a lot,
every
bro.
like 4 or 5 months. It comes back.
It's weird because the second one is about to top like 4 million views, I think, which is still crazy to me, to be honest.
Yeah, I even think, isn't the second one your biggest video right now?
Yeah, that's my most popular video on my channel. It's crazy. It really is, dude. It was just me messing around, talking with people. That was it. Like nothing special, and it blew up.
I like that video because it's so wholesome when you're just walking around the store and it's like, wow.
That's what I hear from a lot of people. It's kind of cool. Like it's interesting to hear a lot of people found like entertainment in me just like by myself, kind of talking to myself. You know what I mean? And other people. Yeah,
because I had to like go back a lot of times because I was like, what was he saying? And you say, do you ever try weed or what it was?
Yeah.
Do you know Steve? That was I was like, I was dying of that.
Cash register lady was like, wait, what?
There's no Steve.
There's no Steve here. I was like, I had to really quick clean up my tracks there because I was like, oh, she's catching on, bro.
Oh, dang.
I think she heard me. Yeah.
So, without prying too much, a question I see on a lot of your videos is if you met your girlfriend by approaching a random car in the street. Because I heard that it might have happened because of a crash as well.
Okay, yeah, so this might be where this gets a little bit of exposure here. So, yeah, the video of us meeting in traffic, that video probably is close to like 500,000 views now or so.
Yeah.
And that video is not actually when we met. When we did meet was it was in a stunt lot where we all would take our little Groms and ride around and practice wheelies and stuff. And this actually might be just as good as meeting in traffic, but she asked to ride my Grom, and I was like, yeah, sure, go for it. And she tried to wheelie it, bro, and just sent the bike and just broke it, dude. She like bent the front rim, like broke the rear set off of it. It was good. It was good times, bro. It was good. So no, we did not meet in traffic, but the original story, even though it's not exactly on video, it might top the one in traffic, to be totally honest.
Finally.
Yeah.
Finally, I can name I can name this video. First, I'm gonna misspell it. MasFace
with
exposed.
2 S's, bro. Yeah, exactly. So for everyone wondering, that's actually what happened. So you got me there, bro.
I did my research.
You got me. You got me.
I saw it by accident in one of your comments. I'm like, oh, I got it.
Yeah, got it. Yeah. That's how it happened, dude. A lot of people ask, but the funny thing is so many people bought the whole traffic video that I just never really had to answer any questions. Good. Yeah. So I was just like, all right, cool. It's fine with me.
Keeping up with that, you do a lot of stunts on your motorcycle. Ever done anything professional besides sick tail whips on scooters?
Okay, so that's actually a good question. Growing up, I was definitely far from professional, but I used to skateboard a lot. That was actually one of my first like main hobbies I used to do. And as a teenager, it's probably about like, I don't know, 13, 14 years old, I was sponsored by a local skate shop. So you could say I was decent. I wasn't anything crazy. You won't find any videos of me out there, anything like that, but I get discounts at the skate shop and stuff. Yeah. So that was my first thing. We won't call it obviously a profession, but that was, aside from the scooter tail whips, bro, that's where it all started. My love for like the skate parks and stuff was thanks to skateboarding.
Keeping up with, did you ever do motorcycles like professionally, so to say, or do you just like doing wheelies and all kinds of shit?
Yeah, no, that's actually the funny thing is growing up, I never rode dirt bike, never rode quads, nothing. Like legit, I never rode a thing. And I hit I think I was like 19, to be honest, and I decided I wanted to get a street bike. And like from then on out, bro, it just kind of started. I never bought it because I wanted to stunt or wheelie. That just all kind of came with it. But no, to answer the question, growing up, like I never had it wasn't a thing. Not even dirt bikes, which actually surprises me, to be honest.
I think it's gonna surprise a lot of
people now. It's surprising. It really is.
Yeah. So, what would you say that one of the biggest twists for your fans would be to learn about you, like some hidden trait or some weird hobby or something they just wouldn't think about?
Oh, let's think. Okay, so this is really the only way I can answer this because some of my subscribers know this and a lot of them don't. I actually do a lot of music. So growing up, I played guitar a lot. I tried to learn drums. I failed at that. I'll say that. But I played a lot of guitar, and I have a lot of connections with a handful of people on YouTube that create really good hip hop beats and stuff, and I rap and stuff like that. So cool. A lot of my spare time, that's kind of what was going on today, is I sit and work on a lot of tracks, and I'm teaching myself Logic Pro right now, so I'm trying to teach myself a lot of music stuff, but that's something I do. I do a lot of music and write and rap. It's kind of I don't like calling it a secret talent because people know that I enjoy it, but I haven't made anything super public with it yet, so.
That's really cool. You know, music is always something you kind of want to get into, but it's really hard to get into.
Yeah, it's one of those things. I think anyone can be good at it. I believe like anyone can be good at anything, but music definitely does take a lot of times it takes a lot of natural talent, kind of like you said. Like, if you suck at an electric guitar, it's gonna take a long time to get good at the electric guitar. You know, anyone can do it. I'm not saying no one can do it, but you're right about it. Music it's difficult, man. I'd like to say I'm somewhat gifted in it, and I struggle with it a lot too. So,
I'm not good at music,
and that's cool.
But
bro.
It doesn't stop me.
Yeah, exactly. That's good. It's good as long as it doesn't stop you. That's all that matters.
Actually, that adds into an extra question I was just gonna save. I got a question from vid_Reich. Maybe it's pronounced like that. I'm sorry if it's not. But he asked, what is the song in the end of your videos where you ride with a buddy on a red bike?
Okay, so that's actually cool. That's branched right off of what I was just talking about. That's actually one of my buddies, Filament Beats on YouTube. He created that beat, and I bought full rights to it. So I actually own the song, and I'm currently writing lyrics to it. So for people asking what the song is, it's mine, and it's not it's not released anywhere right now. So I have no way to answer it other than saying it's just I own the song. My buddy made it, and until I actually release it with lyrics over it, there's just no way for anyone to get a hold of it right now. So
one day
it will be out there. One day.
So moving on to something, because a lot of people, big motor vloggers and stuff, they get recognized ever so often. Have you ever gotten recognized?
Yeah, that's actually a cool question. So I normally, I've only been recognized a handful of times in my everyday clothes without, like, getting out of a car, no gear or helmet. I've been recognized just a couple times, but I have been recognized definitely, I guess I'll say a lot of times on my bike. Like, I'll get pictures DM'd to me, or people on the side of the road pull up to me and say, "What's up?" I feel like I'm really recognizable on the bike. It's just once I'm off the bike, not so much. You know what I mean? So
that's cool. Do you? I was gonna do a follow up, but I don't know. I don't know. Any
had something, and you're like, never mind.
Yeah, I had something, but it just immediately escaped my mind, and
just
I forgot
gone.
what I was gonna ask.
We'll hope it comes back.
Damn it.
We'll hope it comes back.
Yeah, maybe later.
Yeah.
But until then.
Do
you have any tips for people doing or thinking about starting motovlogging?
Yeah, actually, so for a lot of people, any of you guys thinking about, even if it's not motovlogging, just YouTube in general, a lot of people will ask me what's the best way to go about it. All I can say with that is consistency is one, quality content is another thing, and just like make sure you're having fun with it, because like people can see that through your videos. Like if you're just out trying to, we'll just say, like, kind of like make a name for yourself and that's it, like if you're not enjoying yourself, people can tell. So that's what I always tell people: be consistent with uploading and make sure what you're uploading is quality enough for people to be engaged, and then just enjoy yourself. You know what I mean? Like, just have fun with it. As long as you're having fun, then you're not really even worried about the subscribers or the likes or the comments. Like, it'll just follow it at one point. So
yeah, that's very true.
Yeah.
Because always when, for example, I watched, I don't know how long I've been subscribed to you, but for a while. But when I was gonna do the research for this, I checked your older videos as well, to find funny stuff to talk about. And it's really nice to see that you were always the same, I mean, obviously you evolved, but it's not like in the beginning you were like, I want more subs.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I try to tell people, and a lot of people still ask me nowadays if it's weird being like YouTube famous, and still in my eyes, like I'm not YouTube famous in my eyes. I'm like, I have a few 100,000 subscribers, but at the end of the day, like I'm just another guy out there on a motorcycle making videos. You know what I mean? So yeah,
that sometimes get recognized when he steps out of a car.
Every now and then. Yeah.
So if you had the opportunity to get one bike for free, which one would you choose?
Ooh, I think I would have to. I would love to say like a Kawasaki H2R, because it's just a crazy bike. But since I feel like that's like the most basic answer, one of my favorite bikes is the BMW S1000RR. I really love those bikes, the brand new one. So it would be between that or the brand new Honda CBR 1000RR. But if I had to choose between the two, odds are I would pick the BMW.
Cool.
Yeah, that's my bike, man.
I've been watching that bike for years.
Yeah, I've been watching it, just waiting for it to show up at my doorstep one day. Still hasn't.
Well, I have a surprise for you. No,
yeah?
Open your door.
Make my day, bro. That'd be awesome.
So here's one when I was scrolling through, because I couldn't find it, so maybe you have realized it by yourself. What is the question you get asked the most from subscribers, followers, or random people?
So aside from people asking if they can get a shout out, we'll take that question out, because that's probably number one. Yeah, I would probably say one of the number one questions I get, which is kind of cool because it's cool giving people insight, is what's the best starter bike? Like, a lot of people will be asking, what bike do I recommend them to start on? And it's kind of a really, you would understand because you're in the motorcycle world. It's kind of one of those questions where it's like, it really depends on the rider. We could give them like a basic answer, like maybe like a Honda CBR 300 or whatever, which wouldn't be bad. But at the end of the day, it really depends on like the level of rider, you know. But that's definitely the question. I would probably say that's the question I get asked the most: is what's the best bike to start out on when you're first learning to ride motorcycle?
Yeah, and always when you kind of answer that question, it's like you said, it depends so much on the rider.
Exactly.
And you always try to make sure to get that across. You're like, well, you could start out on this, but also on this, and you could also pick one of this.
Exactly. Yeah, because I'm
do.
like, I don't want to be held accountable for an answer that's probably not going to work out for you. You know what I mean? So yeah.
Yeah. Here in Sweden, we have some weird laws around getting motorcycles, so not a lot of people ask those questions anymore.
Gotcha.
Because yeah, it's like when you're 18, you can't get a bike bigger than a 300.
Oh,
you gotta
really?
wait until you're
Wow.
gotta wait until you had your license for 2 years or you're 24.
Wow. I mean, that's actually like it's restricting, but at the same time, it's
Yeah.
probably not a bad idea because, dude, out here people can get bikes. I'm like, you're 16 years old, you can go get like a 600 or whatever, which to
Yeah.
me blows my mind. Like that's crazy, dude. Honestly.
Yeah, in our case, when you're 16, because I got as soon as I could, and
Mm-hmm.
that's 16, and then you can have a 125, nothing more.
Yeah. See, and I guess as a rider, it kind of sucks a little bit, but at the same time, like
Yeah, but
it's
I
probably
had
what's
fun
best.
on that bike. Man.
Yeah, exactly. Dude, 125s are a blast. Like they're fun.
Yeah,
They really are.
I had the MT once more there, and man, that's probably the bike I drove the most recklessly, man.
Oh,
it
yeah.
weighs nothing.
So I was going to ask, so you guys out in Sweden, you have the Yamaha, we'll say the FZ 125? Is it?
Yeah.
That's so cool. See, we don't have those out here. That's like one bike.
You don't have those?
No, we have just the FZ07 and the FZ09, the FZ10. Like the FZ 125 is like not a thing out here.
Huh?
Isn't that
That's
crazy?
weird,
Yeah.
because it's really popular, at least in like all part of Europe, I would say.
Yeah.
Because like the most common question that I get, switching it on myself,
Yeah,
is
yeah.
which 125 you should start on, and a lot of people like the KTM 125 and Yamaha 125 and the Honda 125.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of like a little battle in between those.
Yeah. Do you guys
It's
have?
really-
Do you guys have the? Does Yamaha make a 125 or no?
Yeah,
They do.
Yamaha MT 125.
Or sorry, or not? Or wait. Yeah, duh. It's the MT. Sorry, I'm thinking of. Do they make? Okay, so a while ago I saw a little. You know what? I guess I'm just confused because I guess if you guys in Sweden have. You know what, dude? I don't know what I'm talking about. Let's just.
Which one
let's
are you
just-
thinking about?
I think I
thought
was
you were
thinking
gonna-
I was gonna go down the line of I thought at one point I saw Yamaha made like a little 125, but it looked like a sport bike. Would that be the FZ 125?
No. That's yeah. I know exactly which one you're talking about
Okay.
because that's the most confusing one to see.
Okay.
It's the Yamaha R125.
Okay,
And it
there you
looks just like an R3.
See,
but
yeah, okay.
It has no engine.
That's okay. That's exactly what I was thinking of. That's exactly it. Okay, cool.
Yeah. So sometimes when I'm at red lights, and someone pull up next to you, you do, allegedly you race.
Yeah.
I'm not saying anything.
Allegedly.
Yeah, and you kind of start revving, and then you're like, wow, I really pulled ahead of that R3. And then you're like, oh.
Like, oh wait, it's a 125. That's awesome though.
Yeah.
I wish we had those out here.
Yeah, I guess because you don't have to have them. I guess.
Yeah,
I
it's
guess people-
essentially with the laws and stuff, it's not a need. Basically, we have the Honda
Yeah.
Gram, the 125, and that's pretty much it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because I remember we have like all the time when I went out, riding with people almost my age. Either they had the CBR 125 from Honda, the KTM, or the Yamaha, and it was
Gotcha.
a blast.
Yeah, they're fun.
You felt so cool.
Yeah,
on your little
you
bike.
felt so cool. Yeah, that's awesome.
So, next up is what are the best things that happened to you from making YouTube?
So I'll have to say one of the best things. Actually, I'll give like a couple of the best things. One is like you really do meet a lot of cool people in the community. To be honest, even if there's some people that I've never got to meet in person, like even us two right here, dude. Like this is really cool. And this is something that wouldn't take place unless we were both involved in the community. Like you're out in Sweden, I'm in the United States in Arizona. We're like sitting here having a conversation about motorcycles.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. And and aside from that, another one that I'm like really blessed to have is basically a full-time job currently from YouTube, which has really blessed me because I'm able to just go out and continue to ride motorcycles and film basically for a living right now. So that's always super cool.
Just community that's around. It's really cool because lately I've been doing this podcast thing here, so I get to talk to like a lot of people that does motovlogging, and it's just wow.
Yeah, it's really cool.
So with YouTube, obviously you have gained quite a big following. Is there something now when it's like a job that you really want to do, like some sort of bigger project or something like that?
Are you saying, is there a job I want to do as in within YouTube, so to say, or just anything?
I meant like if you wanted to do like maybe a big video series, like you tour around all of the states or something like that.
Yeah, so one thing I've actually thought about, and I haven't really figured out a way to tackle it, but I have actually thought about doing some sort of, not so much a movie, but there's really no other way to explain it, but a movie where I just go around and do what I do best with my YouTube videos and get so much footage that I can put together a good couple hour movie, we'll call it, I guess. With really just edit it really nicely and put it together, and either have like for a while free downloads or maybe sell it for super cheap, something like that. Because I don't know, I feel like that'd be pretty cool. So that's something I've had in mind, though, is a big project like that. Not sure if it'll happen anytime soon, but it's been something that I thought would kind of be a cool thing.
Oh, I'll be waiting because that sounded cool.
Yeah, I'm hoping I can try to get something together. It would be a lot of fun, to be honest.
Yeah. Well, that's pretty much all the questions that I had prepared for this one.
Cool, man.
Do you have any questions for yourself or for me?
I guess I asked you one question. You know what? So I saw one of your videos. So what kind of motorcycle are you currently riding?
I'm currently riding it's called, I don't know why, but in Europe it's called the MT-07, but it's the FZ-07.
So the FZ-07 MT. Okay, cool. Is it the brand new one, like 2019?
Yeah, or? That's what I got said when you like the old one.
yeah, exactly. That's awesome, dude. Those new ones, they have a crazy look to them. Like they look really aggressive compared to the old model.
Yeah, and you know how the old ones had that really jumpy throttle?
Mm-hmm.
It's even more yumpy now.
Oh, I bet, dude. I bet. So do they have I know with mine being the older model on the FZ-07, there's really no performance options. Like I know on the FZ-09 you can have like A mode, B mode, and stuff like that. Does the MT-07 have that type of stuff, or does it not?
No, it remained
the same.
Like the whole display part is just a new body, pretty much, like a new design. And they fixed, I don't know if you realized with your one, but it's kind of like mushy brakes.
They are a little mushy.
Yeah, they kind of fixed that a little.
Gotcha.
So it's like small switches and stuff.
Yeah, definitely. So another question, if you allegedly went as fast as you ever have, what would have that speed been?
Well, allegedly, if I had to do math. First, a quick disclaimer. Because I'm European, my bike is restricted down because I'm not even allowed to ride a 700. Wow. I can ride a 700 now, but it's winter, so I can't really take off the restriction now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But anyways, with that being said, I think on this bike, allegedly, I've done, I gotta say in kilometers, so it's 220 kilometers.
220
so that would be
kilometers.
105 miles an hour.
Hey, broke 100. Probably somewhere in there. I think it'd be more than that. Maybe like 115, maybe.
Let's see here. It's 136.
Wow, dude, you went faster than you thought. Big disclaimer.
Yes. Allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly. Allegedly,
you
went that fast. Yeah. No, that's dangerous. Don't do it. Pretty impressive, dude.
It's the same thing when people ask me, like, they're like, oh, so do you get any, like, the acceleration, is that different? And I'm like, no. And they're like, why do you want to take away the restriction? Oh, so I can go faster. And they're like, so do you speed? No.
No, I don't do that.
I don't do that. I just want to feel like I could if, emergency.
Just in case. Yeah.
And in Sweden, it's really nice to have a bike because, I don't know if this is the same in the States, but this could be a question.
Let's hear it.
You know those speeding cameras?
Mm-hmm.
In Sweden, they have to get your front and back license plate to be 100% sure it was you. If they can't get that, they can't prove that you were going your speed.
Uh-huh.
So on a bike, you can't be caught by them. They can take pictures of you, but it doesn't really matter. Is that the same for in the States, or are you screwed?
No,
if
it
a
pretty
camera
much
gets you?
is. So a saying we have here, it might be the same for you guys, is no face, no case. So if you have your helmet on,
Yeah.
then you, I mean, you can get pictures taken of you all day, and normally they'll just throw them out. You know, there's no way to prove
Yeah.
who it was. I'm gonna go ahead and say I'm sure there's been cases out there where police have showed up to the person's address to maybe try to confront somebody, but odds are,
Yeah.
like, I can't imagine. I can't imagine.
Yeah, because I should have used this on my funny story. Damn it.
Let's hear it, dude.
This
Funny
was the
story
one I
number
was
2.
thinking about. way back when I had my 125, because I checked up on the laws before, because I wasn't gonna do anything illegal, of course, but you know.
Yeah.
So in my case, I had my 125 and I was going, believe it or not, allegedly too fast
Just a little bit.
on my 125, and I saw that a cop turned around, you know, to come behind. So what I did was that, because it was at a bend, so they couldn't see me anymore, and they hadn't seen my license plate or anything like that because of the bend. So what I did was I stopped it and I put it on its side stand, and I threw away my helmet. Yeah, and they were like, and they stopped me and started talking to me, and I never was on this bike. And they were like, yeah, we saw you on the bike, and I was like, no, I'm just rolling it to my friend.
Dang,
It's on
bro,
my bike.
you...
And they were like, oh, so you're rolling it to your friends, and they knew they couldn't do anything. So what they did were like, all right, well then we'll go behind you while you roll it, so that we can make sure you get there safely.
No
so
way.
I had to roll my bike for like 30 minutes, and they were just sitting there.
No way. That's
I hope
insane.
my mom doesn't watch this.
That's actually funny though. That's really funny. They knew it was
Allegedly,
you. They
Mom.
knew allegedly. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
it was
dude.
so obvious. Everybody knew. Like, why would a guy in full motorcycle gear that just doesn't have a helmet
Yeah.
not have been riding?
You're like, I don't know. My friend just dropped it here. Just helping him out,
Yeah, he told me to pick it up right here.
bro.
He ran away really fast.
That's a good story though. I'd walk 30 minutes to avoid a ticket.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was worth
allegedly.
it.
Yeah.
Allegedly, yeah. I
Yeah.
was 16. I was scared.
Yeah. Like, I'll
I
walk.
couldn't afford a ticket. I could barely
No.
afford my bike.
For real, dude. I feel you with that.
Yeah, I've seen some of your videos as well when you get caught, so to say.
Mm-hmm.
And I think my favorite one, which really confused me, because I don't know, first of all, I don't know how cops work in the States. Here in Sweden, they're kind of laid back, you know. They don't really care that much. But there it was, you were pulling in, and he was like, pull in over here. And you started pulling, stop!
Yeah, dude. So, so a lot of cops here. It really depends on where you're at, because depending on what city you're in, you have obviously different jurisdictions, different police force. But for the most part, I can't complain because I've been pulled over countless times, and I have only gotten one legitimate ticket. Like, I've been pulled over for doing wheelies through intersections. I've been pulled over for going allegedly, well over 100, and I've only gotten a ticket one time. And the one time I got a ticket, I was going like 10 over the speed limit. Every other time, like, they're thankful that I stopped and they left me alone, allegedly. So
Allegedly.
gotta throw that in there. Just in case.
Entire.
Yeah.
This entire. Yes, allegedly stuff happened.
Yeah, it just, you never know. Allegedly. But so yeah, no,
Well-
they're not too bad out here, I gotta
Yeah.
say. At least where I'm at.
Yeah, is that a problem in the States overall? You know, because I know that if you go into a different state, there might be different laws. Is that something that, like, the average Americans know about, or is it like you just kind of guess what's legal and not?
For the most part, a lot of the laws line up. If any laws aren't gonna line up, it's not gonna be big deal. So like where I live, here's an example: we're not allowed to lane split on our motorcycles, but if you go the next state over to California, you can lane split all you want. So like if you were really ignorant and had no idea, and you came from California to where I live in Arizona and got pulled over for lane splitting, it's not like they're going to take your bike and throw you in jail. You know what I mean? Like, you'd be like, sorry, I'm from Cali, I thought I could lane split, and odds are they'll let you go. So it's normally like, if anything, it's little stuff like that.
All right. Well, it's been really cool having you on here. Is there anything you wanna plug, say, do? before? we
I
end?
guess I first I want to say thank you, sir, for having me. It was really fun. I guess if anyone wants to keep up on any of my stuff, you guys can follow my Instagram and Snapchat, which is literally my name, MasFace, with the number 6 at the end of it. I have a Facebook page too with a lot of my stuff.
Did you say MasFace?
Yeah,
Yeah. Two
MasFace,
S?
2
Alright.
S's.
I'll put it up on the
Yeah.
screen. Don't worry.
Yeah, exactly. So, and then just subscribe to the channel. There's a lot of stuff that comes up. I try to upload as much as I possibly can, but I try to keep it quality, like I said. So, and all you guys should go follow my girlfriend's channel as well, Lauren. It's Laurechka. It's spelled super weird. Laurck. Nope, Laurchk. AA. You can follow her on Instagram as well, but go check her stuff out. But yeah, thank you so much for waiting for me all day, bro. I really kind of made you wait until
It's okay, man.
well past your bedtime,
no.
but I really enjoyed it
I
though.
gotta keep my door locked so my mom doesn't come in.
Gonna get grounded. You're gonna get in
Damn
trouble.
it.
It's gonna take your motorcycle away.
Mom, you don't understand. Allegedly, it didn't happen.
Allegedly, exactly.
Well, thank you so much for being on. It's really fun to have guests on, and you have
Of
been
course,
a real
man.
good sport for my questions.
Oh, I'm glad to hear it. Good. I tried my best.
Well, you succeeded. I'm very proud of you.
Oh, good, good. So, like 1 through 10, what would you give me?
Oh, that's an 11, clear as day.
11.
Yeah.
So I like over. Wow, dude, that's actually very impressive. I'm happy with that.
Yes.
I'm happy. I'm happy.